Yeah, so okay. So that's one portion of that. I'm trying to make it work. Trying to make it work. Okay. So this is gonna shimmer for a good 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna put it in the oven. And while the chicken is in the oven, whatever juice is left, we're gonna use it to make my black eyed peas. Remove them again, put them in another pot, and whatever juice is left from the chicken, the onions, the garlic, the black eyed peas that I removed, we're gonna use it to make a rice. In French, we call it riz gras, but it's basically the oils of everything and the flavor that we use for everything else is gonna go into the rice. And then, while the chicken's in the oven getting a nice little sizzle, while the black eyed peas are becoming some sort of sauce on the side, and while the rice is cooking, at the end we're going to remove the chicken, put the rice in, put the chicken on top, and on the top we're going to use like a bowl like this, and the black eyed peas paste or whichever is going to go in there with onions and garlic. So you're going to have rice, the sauce, so you can just like, and then the chicken on top so you can just select it. I'm telling you, life is a blessing. I had a neighbor allow me to go do some errands for them, and they all said, like, you know what, if you can get some few things for yourself, great. So I got some olive oil, some chicken, a bag of sugar because it's Ramadan, so it's a nice gift to bring, and I got like a tomatoes. All right. Yeah, no, so my whole thing, I described this because I love food, but the whole point of pressing play is multitasking. Being very real about the process of restarting. For me, in the past few months, has been to reframe how I call myself accountable. Reframe what I define as a lack of progress. I keep saying try and fail, but don't fail to try. And I would legit, I failed every day. People are like, oh, you don't care, you know, your project or at this level, your email list is stagnant. You haven't reached out to X, Y, and Z family member, friend, colleague, connection of yours. I thought you cared, but you seem to not listen. It's not because I'm silent that I don't care. I'm fighting battles, I'm fighting grief. The thing is, everybody is. Yesterday, I was listening to Fallout, a TV show based on the video game, and it was kind of a flashback, a reminder that if all you do is focus on sleeping and getting food and not being on any other thing, you're on this survival mode. But there's more than surviving. Well, how are you being useful to your community? How are you useful and concretely encouraging to yourself, to your peers? If every day I say that I failed, that means that I'm very good at identifying everything that is not exactly perfect and not exactly aligned to my initial mission. If every day I have a to-do list, but it's like a big order for me for whichever reason, there was a time I was super organized, I was super communicative, I was super efficient, and I'm not, and I haven't been that version of me for some time. Instead of focusing on a year ago, a month ago, or X amount of time ago, I used to be able to do this, and now everything is a tall order. Perhaps what I can do is actively being concrete about what I do complete instead of all the things that I don't. There was a time I was a coordinator, I was a project manager. My job was to highlight, did I do this? Did the team do this? Did we achieve this? And if not, what steps can we do to break it down to make it work for us? to make it work for the client, to make it work for the project, to make the deadlines align. Even more so when it's construction, right? Because it's everything is kind of interconnected. When one person is delaying, it has an impact not just on my opinion or their opinion. It has like a trickle down effect that's really negative. So me being concrete about how, hey, I failed, was not necessarily me being like, oh, you don't love yourself, you don't love your progress. It was like, I'm very aware. Like, if we're supposed to finish the roof in X amount of time and we didn't, and now it's winter, you did fail. And then the problem is worse now because there's snow and everything. And then it's going to be spring and all this water, the snow, the ice is going to melt. You have to think about that. So, but here we are now. I'm doing my best. It's just, it sucks because I feel like my best used to be at a different range. I will finish by saying this. Reframing your approach. If I keep getting deceived and feeling like I don't do enough because I keep wanting for a cake, I keep wanting for a specific type of meal, but I get all the ingredients and all the steps, even eggs. Let's say I want an omelet, but I keep doing everything basically where my heat is too warm, my technique is not up to par. I use other ingredients than whatever is in the recipe. I'm not gonna get the exact same results. I keep improvising. I'm gonna get something great if I'm a chef. Even if I'm a chef, sometimes my experiments I'm gonna be like, that's a good way to not do that ever again. We learn and we do better. But I'm acknowledging that I am imperfect. I'm just a person. I'm doing what I can with the tools and the level of energy and effectiveness that I do have right now. What I can do is be accountable. So if I failed, instead of framing it that way, I can say there was a timeline, unfortunately it wasn't met. But here's what we're gonna do as of today with the circumstances we have. We expected to make this amount of revenue or this amount of results was expected, but with the capacity and the expectations are just not aligned. So I can focus in the rearview mirror about everything that I didn't complete and that I dreamed, and the daydream is not reality. What I can concretely look at is, hey, are you actively crossing your teeth, nodding your eyes? And if not, are you acknowledging it, or are you doing the, oh no, I don't see nothing, I don't hear anything, I'm not gonna say nothing? If I had a coward approach of being scared of success, of being scared of being vulnerable, of being scared of being honest, being scared of being authentically me because people are gonna judge me, oh my dear, people are gonna judge you regardless of what you do. How you show up to people, is going to be reflecting how you show up for yourself. Not everybody's supposed to like you. Not everybody's supposed to be proud and encouraging. Sometimes it's actually a teachable moment when people are not. And I used to be very upset, discouraged by the amount of gossip and negativity of like, didn't you say that you were going to do IBC and here we are and I didn't see anything? It's like, you're right. You have a point. I'm not even being shitty. I get it. The only thing I can do concretely is realize, am I getting the right ingredients? With humility, am I completely in this zone of repeating a routine and getting the same results and getting frustrated in the seed because I keep being in this cycle of doing the same thing, getting the same results? Right. Okay. Pause. Pause. Breathe. Like, so it's been 10 minutes. So we're gonna put this in the oven. Right? It helps when you put onions on top. I already obviously I made the what do you call it, when you put all the things and you let it sit in it. There was onions, so when it boiled, I guess I made the garlic come to a nice little crystallization. But when you leave the onions on top, when it's gonna roast in the oven, guys, there's a reason why we have the papier gustative. Please use them. Anyways, I'm gonna go and I was about to put that in my mouth, huh? Like a dumbass. So, this is gonna, this is okay. This is basically at this point I'm putting the onions, tomatoes, and then I'm gonna put the yogurt. Don't do that. The black eyed peas, remove them, and then I'm gonna do my rice. So 40 minutes from now, dinner should be ready. That being said, the whole point of multitasking was to be about a double entendre about nourishment, you know. You don't nourish your body only with produce. You also do it with how you speak to yourself and how you speak about your accomplishment or lack thereof. If every day your definition of accomplishment is doing something very big, say it's about succeeding in class, say it's about cleaning your whole house, say it's about completing a meal, all the steps, including going to the grocery store, including sitting down to read or to study instead of playing video games, including meditating, pausing, being kind to yourself within how your inner voice, being compassionate, empathetic, and encouraging within your own step by step to get to the point where you're attending class, you're submitting work, you're reading your emails, you're following up on your task list, you're applauding yourself and the people that are surrounding you. You are also doing that externally to you, but it starts with you. It starts with you, bruv. If you're a friend to you, you're more likely to be a better friend to others. For a long time, I was not focused on what I did well. I was focused on everything that I was missing. And it's been maybe a week now. I'm truly in the moment, and as much as I am deceived at the amount of time that passed where I was in this self-pity of like, I suck, I'm not good enough, I could do better. Some people are in the hospital right now would dream to be in my shoes, But yet, even though I'm able-bodied, that this is what I do with my energy, this is what I do with my ability, this is what I do with my time. Is that really concretely helping me though? Me feeling bad about myself, is that helping me be more present? Me a better community member, or better family member, a better partner, a better friend? Is that helping me be more present and enjoying life? So if you've been doing the same recipe and not getting a cake and not getting a nice meal with multiple sides and sauces and flavors, you keep saying how your shit is bland, or it's not cooked enough, or it's boiled, or it's just like meh. With humility, listen. With humility, breathe in and out. With humility, read. With humility, meditate or pray. Be grateful for everything you have. And share some level of gratefulness, not only for God, for the universe, or for the people around you that are doing so many things to make your day a little bit better, but also have some gratefulness for your willingness to show up for you. When you recognize and develop this habit of recognizing everything that's red instead of everything yellow, try to focus on everything yellow. Not to name it, no name, but to be able to acknowledge it and not just dismiss it as like, oh yeah, I have this. Oh yeah, I have that. But that doesn't matter, because this is the red that bothers me. Sometimes it's also about acknowledging all the small things, and they do have an impact and a genuine extra zest. We'll keep it yellow. Okay, we tried, right? We tried. I'm gonna go now. Wishing you compassion within your process, patience within your progress. I still need to work on making my work habits more effective, but one day, 1 week, one task at a time. Stop being organic too long.